All right, Dev, they left us alone again.
Oh, man, what a mistake.
What a mistake. No parents, no rules. What is up, everybody, and welcome in to the DNVR Nuggets Pregame Lounge.
Let's
It's called the Pregame Lounge, but we're hanging out in the Toyota Lounge, presented by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, let's go places. Superstar Dev and I not going anywhere. We're locked in for the night. We've got you ready for the pregame show, and you are hanging out there in the Toyota chat. Cedric Exquisite getting us kicked off. No surprise there. And of course, our pregame show is presented by Bet365, where it's never ordinary. Go ahead and download that app. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. I am Brendan Vogt, and I am not alone. I am joined by the man, the legend, the superstar, Duvalier Johnson.
Man, I'm excited. This is it's a poppin' night at the bar. People are excited to see this Lakers squad, this new look Lakers squad, who's battling for the 2-3 seed out west with the Nuggets. So I'm excited to see who's in and who's out of this one.
That is a great way to frame it. Who's in, who's out. What a segue, because I don't know if you noticed the injury report today, Dev. It was loaded. Loaded with both Nuggets and the Lakers. For the Denver Nuggets, a lot of guys were probable on the injury report. Jokic with the left ankle impingement, left ankle, and the right elbow contusion. Zeke Naji probable with a left ankle sprain. Jamal Murray probable with left knee inflammation. Christian Brown popped up on the injury report, probable with left foot inflation. That's a lot of information. Here's all you need to know. They're all going to go. All the probable guys are active, and they will be joined by Aaron Gordon, who was upgraded to questionable over the night, and he is going to play in this game. Still looking to get an official look at the starters. Don't know if he will actually start yet. We'll keep you updated as we find it. But the big game note in this one is that Aaron Gordon is playing. I do want Dev's reaction to that. We'll get to it in a little bit. It's actually a whole segment on this pregame show. Let's go ahead with the rest of the game notes first and foremost. Nuggets taking on the Lakers here in Ball Arena. The Lakers are 40-24. As you know, they've added Luka Doncic, but since then they've lost LeBron James to an injury.
Oh, man.
They've also lost 3 games in a row, Dev. The Lakers have lost, well, they got shellacked by the Bucks last night, 20 points. They lost to the Brooklyn Nets. And, of course, they lost to the Boston Celtics as well. So the Lakers are looking to snap a skid, but they'll have to do it without a lot of guys, Dev. A lot of guys.
Tell me who's all on this list. I'm excited to hear this part of the list.
Well, Luka Doncic is out.
Luke is out.
He's
Hold
out.
on. Didn't he just he destroyed the Bucks in a loss night, right?
And he is out. Left calf injury management, right ankle sprain.
Okay. Who else is out?
They will be without Dorian Finney-Smith. Left ankle injury management.
Okay, so their new guys are out.
The new guys are out. That's all right. How about Rui Hachimura, an old guy? Yeah. He's out too, though. Left patella injury, tendinopathy, actually. He's out.
He's out too?
He's out as well. You know they do have a big, though, Dev. They have Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, he's like the Jokic stopper.
They won't have him tonight, though. Right knee contusion. Jackson Hayes
is also
out. That's correct. You know, if LeBron James still out with that left groin strain.
Okay.
Trey Jemison III, the next big, a guy that does play, not tonight, Dev. He is out with an illness. He is also out. Maxi Kleber, again, as we know, out with the right surgery.
Need a big.
They need a big. They won't have any of their bigs. Gabe Vincent out as well with left knee management. Yes.
The guy with the straight back cornrows.
So let's go a quick rundown on that one more time. Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui, Jackson Hayes, LeBron, Trey Jemison III, Maxi Kleber, Gabe Vincent. They're all out tonight for the Lakers.
It would be a better game to say who is in. That would be a better. That means, hold on. That means Bronny James has to play.
He may very well play, Dev. They are.
He
out
might not only
have
to play. He might have to start. He might have to actually play a lot of minutes in this game. Because, hearing it, all I could think about is Dalton Knecht and Austin Reeves of being the only guys in. And also, if you're going to punt on this game, why would you play Austin Reeves?
Well, maybe Austin Reeves wants to play, you know? Maybe he feels like he's in a good rhythm. But we could ask that same question about a fella in Denver who will also be in the starting lineup. It's official. Aaron Gordon will not just play tonight. He will start. So it's the traditional Denver Nuggets starters here: Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. And so, Dev, let's move here.
Brutal. This is actually brutal.
Topic.
They have their starting lineup back. The Lakers literally have no one. Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect. And Connect comes off the bench. Also just read somewhere that LeBron, the real one, LeBron James is not going to be at the game because he's going to watch his other son, Bryce James, state championship game.
Wait, really?
So he won't even be at the game.
Well, Bronny gets a lot of burn for once. He's going to go watching his other kid.
You got to watch one of his sons. The other one he's not with all the time. He's going to go watch him in the state championship game.
Well,
so they don't even have their emotional leader. They're down bad.
Well, good luck to that end of the James family. Bronny, with all due respect, no good luck to you, man. No good luck to you at all. Actually, we have the starters for the Lakers. Would you like to hear them?
I need to hear it.
You need to hear them. Connect 4, Dalton Connect. He's in. He's starting. Jared Vanderbilt, old friend here in Denver. Friend, we should really start calling him a foe. This guy wants to fight everyone on the court, it looks like, man. He's a real agitator, huh? Alex Len, the last big standing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Alex Len will get the start tonight. Jordan Goodwin and Austin Reeves. There's your starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. Dev, we got to talk about the Denver side here because that's what we do. And the big topic here in pregame, Aaron Gordon's availability. He's ready to go. He's in the starting lineup. We'll put the question to you this way. Should he be?
The question that I hope that you're asking is, should he be playing?
Should he be playing at all? That is what I'm asking.
If I was in the organization, the Nuggets organization, I would have seen their lineup and said, let's rest him another game. Like, let's just sit him. There's no reason to rush him back, to put him out there and put him in, harm's way in a game that truly does not matter. Like, really, so many things would have to go right for the Lakers for them to win this game with everybody else available. I probably would have said a couple more players. This is
right.
It's not an important game, but it is an important game as far as the seeding. It is because you want to cause some separation from the Lakers. They lost their last game. Both teams lost their last game. You're fighting with the Grizzlies. It's like, okay, let's rest up. So I would have probably found a spot for Aaron Gordon and one of the other questionable players. Maybe this is the game that you would have set Jokic. I'm shocked that he's starting. He's starting.
So I would assume no limitation, right? No minutes limitation. Haven't seen any on the timeline. If he's starting, that means he's good to go. He did good to go in a relative sense. He did tell Bennett Durando of the Denver Post, there's a big difference between technically being able to play and being able to play and perform at your highest level. And the reason that AG has been out have been the nights where he feels like he can't do that. Tonight he feels like he can, and he's in. It does feel an awful lot like he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to in this game.
There's no reason to play. And also, I think there will be a limitation, but it would be because they're up so much. But we've been seeing once they bring Aaron Gordon back, there has been limits. They've been playing about 20, 22 minutes. He's not playing a lot more. And while I'm on the topic of just playing in this specific game, imagine buying your Lakers tickets right when the Luka news drops.
I know, man.
Because there's so many Lakers fans in Denver, in Colorado. You buy those tickets as a present or something like that, or you just want to get out to the game, and you have to be excited to watch Alex Len and
upper bowl tickets were going for as much as $1,000 before the Luka injury news came out.
$1,000.
So, let's talk about that for a second, man, for sure, because I think in our position, Dev, I'm glad you brought it up. It's the easiest thing to forget or take for granted. We get to go see a lot of basketball, and it's free. And so we're often like, who's playing? Is this going to be a good game, a fun game? Some people wait all year just to get to Ball Arena once or Crypto once. And in this case, they may have spent a lot of money, and I'm sure they weren't spending a lot of money to see Jordan Goodwin. No disrespect.
No, Jordan Goodwin is not bringing in. He understands that. But really, you don't get to see much of LeBron James or Luka Doncic when you're in Denver. And I mean, it's exciting. You don't even have to be a Lakers fan. You want to see good basketball. You want to see exciting superstars. Those are two of the biggest superstars in the world on the same team coming into your city. So you're going to go out and buy tickets. That really does have to suck for all of them to be out. Like, literally, for you to have no excitement, you have to be excited for Austin Reeves is their star player right now. Like, it's just not fun. That does suck. Eric tried to brag about making it to that game. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Courtside co, D-line co, hanging out with a homie watching the game. Enjoy those Jordan Goodwin minutes, buddy. Enjoy those good Jordan Goodwin minutes. Actually, we will see D-line hopefully for a little bit there in the post-game show. Maybe we can get a little courtside insight. You never know. You never know. On the Denver Nuggets side of things, your tickets are not free. You're a professional. You're doing your job. Yeah, all right. You're right. I'm getting paid to go. That's the point. So, yeah, we don't take it for granted. It's very cool. And I do think it's really cool that to this point in a vacuum, that Aaron Gordon is playing and that Jokic always tries to suit up, because there is so much of guys not being able to go in this league. And, for the Nuggets fans who pay, they are paying to see Jokic. So I just think it's cool that Jokic, look, maybe you want him to rest, and I understand, but from the fan perspective, questionable, probable night to night right now. But it's never really a question. If he can suit up, he's going to. And it's one of the many things to appreciate about the big fella.
Absolutely. If you're a fan of basketball, you get out to a game, you want to see the stars. Jokic is a superstar as well, and he is available every time that you're there. You don't have to question if he's playing. Even in a game that they said they wanted to rest him in, he's like, hell no, I want to be available. I want to give it my all. And you also could say that against, about like the other players on the Nuggets. He's like set the precedence that all of them wants to come, and play. Aaron Gordon has rushed himself back from injuries. There's been times that Jamal, took his time, but he's been playing through, like being dinged up and stuff. He could have came into this game and not played. He was questionable heading into this game, or probable coming into this game. But they see their superstar doing it. They're like, I want to do it too. So that is something that you don't take for granted.
I think that's a big part of the Aaron Gordon equation, man, is we've talked so much about how he's learned from Jokic and Jokic setting that standard of I'm going to go. And maybe he feels like he owes it to number 15 to go as well. The tough thing about the Aaron Gordon stuff is, Malone mentioned 2 months ago that this is probably going to linger all season, the calf thing. And they did sit him, before the All-Star break, got some extended rest. Then the All-Star break came back, took the compression sleeve off the right calf, and he hurt it again. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a number of days or games you can sit him where he magically just is going to feel better. I mean, he may need an off season to really treat this thing.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to surgery, but the fact that he continues to play through it, tells you he's not as bad as, as you think it is, which is a great thing. It truly is. But yeah, he might need a full offseason to fully let it rest. But them putting him out there and him going through, medical staffs and things like that, and they're clearing him to play, maybe that says hey, this is just who you're going to be right now. So you could choose to play or you could rest, but it's not going to do as much. So he's just okay, I'm available. I want to play, because he knows that there's a goal that they're all trying to reach.
Right. And he might just want to be in rhythm, try to get a rhythm, stay in rhythm. I mean, he's shooting the ball well, at least. I'm sure he wants to play.
And also, I'm sure that he sees himself not playing that many games. He's probably down on himself.
Right,
I need to be playing with this team. I need them to get into a rhythm, and I'm a part of this core. I'm a part of them getting into a rhythm. So I think that Aaron Gordon understands how much he means to the team, and he wants them to look at their best. They look like their best when they're healthy. They look like their best when they're all playing as a unit, and you can't get there if you don't have reps. So I think that he's trying to get more reps and chemistry with this squad.
Do you expect to see a healthy AG at any point in the season? I'm putting you on the spot with it, but...
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But hopefully he's able to go in the playoffs and he pushes through. I do think that there has been some games, he has been taking a couple of nights off here and there. I think that in the playoffs, he's not taking any of those games off. So you would just say this is a healthy team or this is a rested team. But I do think that this would be something that he's I'm going to just give it my all. I'm going to go all out while we're here. So yes and no.
Right.
I don't think he's clearly healthy, but he's enough to play.
Right. I mean, he's going to be out there, but I don't know if we're going to ever feel Gordon's presence as fully as we hope to, just because of the calf, not because he's doing anything wrong. And I feel bad for Aaron Gordon, man, on many layers. I mean, we know the brutal summer that he had personally with his family, with his brother. And so many of these guys talk about basketball as their safe place, their sanctuary. And the guy hasn't even really been able to get on the court. So that's got to be beyond frustrating. I understand his desire to play, and I just hope he's able to stay healthy. And on the flip side, I am excited to watch all the fellas play tonight. With that said, Dev, what are you watching for tonight? It's not exactly the marquee Lakers-Nuggets matchup we had circled.
I'm watching for the bench unit to go berserk. I really do like those the end of the game type of rotations that you get to see. Even in a blowout last game, it was like, oh, we get to see, Trey Alexander get to play some minutes. You like those end of the bench guys that you want to get, something going. Hunter Tyson got something going. I really do think this is a game that you could go to them. If the starters take care of business, which I know we're talking about this being a blowout, and they haven't had many of those this year, but they have had games that they were able to sit in the full fourth quarter. I expect them to be able to sit for the full fourth quarter, hopefully even before that, where you can get a long look at these guys. So I want them to blow out.
Right.
Of course, I want them to take care of business early on so that you can get those minutes and see what you have there and try to find something there. So that's something I'm excited to see, as well as they have Austin Reeves. He's going to be by himself, offensively. Are you going to be able to slow him down? Try to make somebody else go off. I don't want to see a big Austin Reeves game. There's no reason for them to have a big Austin Reeves game. So it's on the Nuggets to take care of business where you're not seeing them. Maybe throw some traps his way. Maybe defend him in the same ways that you would other guys to get those reps, those practice reps of we're going to slow down their best guy.
Love it. And I think my favorite point you made was play harder early to sit later. Get your this should be a game where those guys aren't out there in the fourth quarter. Obviously, it can happen. These guys are all NBA players. Guys get hot, not enough discipline, attention to game plan. But I would just love to see the Nuggets take it seriously early so that late they're resting all together. I'm not going to complain about any win if they get it, but I would like to see this be an easy one, man. It should be, frankly. And I hope they can see some other guys get in rhythm. Peyton Watson, obviously, who has knocked down some corner threes. Michael Porter Jr., who has gone relatively cold from three lately. 0-3 in that last game. And we know he typically shoots well against the Lakers. So, obviously, this isn't the bellwether Lakers, but it's still a game to get yourself going, to get right. And I hope some of the other guys find a rhythm here tonight. Aaron Gordon, do you have a limit on how much you want to see him play? Do you care at this point? Do you sort of trust the team and Aaron?
I want to see his usual a lot. I think 20 minutes is what they're going to play him. So I want to see him play 20 to 22 minutes. Just to see that he's out there running around. I want to see a couple of aggressive plays where he's just too big for a guy. I don't want him to just settle for straight three-pointers the entire time.
Right.
I want to see a couple of this guy's too small for me. They have a mismatch clearly, and I'm going to create that. Because then I would feel confident. His body feels good. It was just precautionary right now. That's why they're sitting him. So I do want to see that. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of think Aaron just, if he really, really couldn't go, wouldn't. I do wonder if he's pushing it, but I'm going to trust him. I'm going to trust the doctors. I'm going to trust Malone. Hopefully, you just don't even have to worry about this because you've won the game. Because you've won the game handedly enough that guys get to rest. So that's my big thing to watch for. That's my big thing to hope for. Speaking of what to watch for, I've got some bad news for those of you who were really excited about the watch-along tonight. That's actually off. It's actually off. We're going to have to reschedule that one. Superstar Dev and I will hang out with the crowded DNVR Bar crowd downstairs. It looks popping. So we're going to go hang out down there. We will do another watch-along another night for sure. Not tonight, though. Dev, this is usually the time of the show where I throw it to you, and then, I walk away, actually. I usually just leave because you talk for 10 minutes straight. It's time for our bets, our pregame picks, presented by Bet365, where it is never ordinary. Download the Bet365 app now and use code DNVR365 when you sign up, you're going to get tons of great offers. You're going to get custom DNVR bets, and you're always able to play along with us here and Superstar Dev. And Dev, what do you got for us here? Or actually, before I toss it to you, I should say this. You have to be 21 or older to play and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Dev, now it is your turn to cook. Make the people some money.
It's time to make some money. It's time to make some money. I'm going to tell you right now, if you think it's a blowout, so does Vegas. Vegas also thinks this is going to be a blowout. I'm a little bit shocked about this line. I thought it would be a little bit more. But we've seen Denver play with their food in these type of situations to keep it close. The Nuggets come into this game as 15-point favorites. 15. I think they're going to win by 15 or more. That's just too much for me to tell you to bet,
yeah.
On 15 points. Because you could go up 20, 25, and then the bench unit just lets them come back or something like that. I don't think that happens, but I'm not going to encourage you to. So we'll make money in other ways. The other ways, I'm going to start with under 228 points in this game. It's pushed up to 229. That's a lot of points. I'll go under here. And it truly does come down to the Lakers because I do feel like the Nuggets can score every single time that they want to, which is a little scary to bet the under in because they could really put up 130 if they wanted to. But also, if you have the second unit in, they're not going to push the pace the exact same way. I think that this would be an under type of game. So give me Denver with the under. For the Lakers side of things, my first Lakers bet is an easy one. It's so easy. I like them for them to score under 106.5 points. This is an under type of game. I want it to be a munder. I really want a munder type of game, especially Friday night.
I would love a munder, man.
Bar. Oh, man, that would hit. That would hit.
Munder back on the menu?
They have nobody. There's no LeBron, no Luka, no other options for the Lakers. And if the Nuggets take care of business, they're going to get their guys out sooner, which means it's a slower-paced game. It's not it for me. This is a backup kind of game, so with my second bet, I'm going to go with Dalton Connect. He's the Prince of Thornton. They have him at 17.5 points in front of his family and friends.
That's a good bet, man.
For him to not get 17. Not get 17.
What a zag. I was in. He talked me in for once.
I'm going under with all the Lakers people. I just don't like it. I don't think he's going to be able to score that many points. I don't see where that comes from, so I like that. That was a crazy park job. It was wild. This is just something I would go under. On the Nuggets side of things, I'm going to go with Nuggets over 121.5. That is my first leg. I think that they score so damn easy in this game. Why would you not be able to put up points? And also, you think about it, everybody needs to have a bounce-back game. Jamal, Michael Porter Jr., Jokic is going to have a monster game. The bench unit. I think there's just a lot of points that could go around for the Nuggets side. I'm going to go over 121.5. Our three-pointers bet, I saw it, and I was like, you know what that means? I saw it was a me and you type of game. Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 three-pointers.
Please. I'm literally begging.
I already know this is going to hit. This is just one that's just screaming at me. He's going to probably hit his first three shots. And everybody, make sure you @vote once he knocks down his three-pointers.
Let's go.
Also, Michael Porter Jr. as a rebounder. Have you noticed it lately, Vogt?
Yeah, I have noticed that, yeah.
He's been incredible. He'd have to get this early, but I think that he can. It's over 7 rebounds for him.
Let's go.
He's been getting this pretty easily. This is another game that I think he's going to be able to get it. Aaron Gordon is slated to come back into this game, and while we don't know his minutes, I expect for him to play hard, but not too hard. When he comes back, he usually takes it easy with the three-pointers and assists. I'm going to go with the assist. It's at over 2.5 for plus money. 2.5 assists.
I like it, man. I like it.
With everybody else being able to score whenever they want to. Assist is a bet that I would get on in this game.
I bet he has a bunch just to CB, just by running hard, being in the right place.
Running, being too big. There's going to be probably a couple of drop-offs where he just goes and finishes. 2.5 is low. I like Russell Westbrook in this one. Stay tuned so you can see how much I like Russell Westbrook. But let's go with over 5.5 assists for the former Laker against his old team.
Okay.
I just think he's going to play extremely hard. in this one. It makes sense. I'm scared of Jokic bets with how much they're favored by. They shouldn't be able to keep up with them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Right.
The Nuggets team has let it happen before, so I'll go with Jokic over 1.5 3-pointers.
Okay.
I like it.
He's
He
been
can get
looking
them out
for it a bit
quickly.
lately. Yep.
He looks for them, especially in these games where he doesn't take it too seriously. He's like hovers on the 3-point line. This is a game that I think he hovers. I'm going to go over. I like Christian Brown over 14.5 points. His streak of double digits finally came to a close, and what a historic run it was. The last player to go as long as he did you hear who it was? Chauncey Billups.
Oh.
With double digits. It was like 26 straight games or something like that.
That's
but
a
that
great
means that a
Chauncey
new
stat.
streak starts. New streak starts over 14.5 points. Our defensive bet is going to stick with Christian Brown over 1.5 stocks. And for our lock, Russell Westbrook. I've already talked about it. It's his former team. He has the energy. He has a chance to get some extended minutes with Julian Strawther's still out. And I expect him to flirt with a triple-double in this game. If he gets a triple-double, that means that he'll certainly go over 23.5. I just think that they're going to be able to play him with this, with that backup unit. He needs to get a rhythm going with the backup unit. He needs to start getting a couple of minutes as we get closer to the end of the season. I think that's what goes into making sure that he plays with that unit tonight, because they could have started him and had Aaron Gordon come off the bench, but they know what the time is right now. So I think we're going to see a lot of Russell Westbrook. It could be points, it could be rebounds, it could be assists. Let's put the combination together.
Love it, man. That's a great bet. Looks like the folks in the Toyota chat already love that one too. Westbrook points, rebounds, assists. There you have it. Dev's pregame picks. You don't have to play. You sure can. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you win too. I'm feeling that lock. I like it. Hey, before we get out of here, I do want to remind everyone that while we do the podcast, we do the shows, there's also the DNVR website, thednvr.com, where right now we're having a diehard sale. This is actually the last day of this tremendous limited time intro offer. It's labeled here as free agency frenzy. There's tons of great reporting going on here at DNVR Broncos. But this is not just about the Broncos. When you sign up to become a member, you have access to all written content across all of our beats, including the stuff I've been writing right now this year, trying to do a lot of writing. Keep your eyes peeled for everything, all of our written content at thednvr.com. It's a great time to become a member right now during this limited intro offer.
Link is in the description, and that sale ends at midnight Mountain Time. So for those who are
so
not
good
from
time
here,
to hop on board. The playoffs are coming around the corner here for the Avalanche and the Nuggets. You're going to want to have access to all of our written content. Let's take a look here, Kale, at some super chats. I've heard we got a couple coming through.
Also a video from Eric.
And a video from Eric we'll get out of here with. DNVR legend, the boys' dad, given LAL roster tonight. 1 Joker triple-double in first half. 2 Nuggets regulars must play 3 quarters, so properly worn out for second half of back-to-back. 3, alternatively, mixed teams play pickup game, keep score via style points for each bucket. Shout out the boys' dad, who's probably watching from his seat in Ball Arena, which he does so often. And then, of course, Mr. Exquisite Nugget. It's RW to claim. Who's your daddy, LA Fakers? And before we leave here, Kale, do we have a view from D-Line Co's seat here in Ball Arena?
yeah, D-Line is courtside tonight, so he sent us this preview.
Oh my goodness, is that his actual seat?
Those are from his seats.
Look how clear that video is. And yes, he is right on the court, it looks like.
That's incredible, man. I hope we do get him post-game. Maybe we can hear some, who knows, maybe he can hear some trash talk. He can tell us what was going on down there. Incredible view. I hope he gets to watch all of those Jordan Goodwin buckets. That's Superstar Dev. I'm Brendan Vogt, and we'll be back here after the game, hanging out at the DNVR Nuggets post-game lounge. See you then.
We all silly like the mayor.